Happy Halloween, everybody. Be safe tonight and watch out for the ghouls and goblins. More than anything, Friedman Adventures sends you our very, very best for a wonderful and happy Halloween. Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Happy Halloween. I hope you have a fun day with the kids trick-or-treating tonight, wherever you are around this great, big, beautiful world of ours. Of course, on the lead-in, you saw some photos from when I was teaching in China, in Kunshan. That was so much fun, running around with the kids and doing the trick-or-treating things and showing the kids Western festivals. Man, those are some memorable times in my life, and I hope you create some great memories tonight. Be safe. Have a safe and wonderful Halloween. All right, you know what time it is, everybody. We got to get into some really great fishing information for you here this morning. We're going to cover the offshore scene where it remains very, very slow, but we have to wonder, is that curse from that giant full moon, that Halloween moon, is that what has our bite down, and is it about ready to break wide open again? I think we're on the verge of something really good happening. We'll cover that with you. Also, some really good rock fishing up and down the coast, including up there at Verges in Morrow Bay. It has been spectacular. Also, we'll be taking a look at some good yellowtail action on the local scene. Big fish right down near San Diego, California. And man, you better tackle up for those fish. You know what time it is. It's not only Halloween, it is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my God, is that good? Need that for my throat this morning. I hope you're having a great morning and you're going to have a great evening. Remember to hit that like button. Please share these videos if you're enjoying them. Tick the bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And of course, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures channel. We deeply appreciate that. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're there for you every single day. Also, I just did a podcast with my kids, Philip and Patrick, and you can find that podcast. Kids are trying to delve into my dark past and find out how it was I got into fishing, where it all happened. It started kind of in Redondo Beach, and then it progressed to many of the boats that I worked on and a commercial boat that I ran. Anyway, if you want to see that podcast, go to Bass Bros, and you'll be able to see that on their YouTube channel, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Check it out. Sam De La Torre, when I walked into Island Fishing Tackle last night to do Tackle Shop Confessions, our live show, which you can see right now. It's archived and up for you on Friedman Adventures. Sam goes, man, that was really a great show, and Sam takes every opportunity he can to needle me. So I was like, really? He goes, yeah, man, that was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. So check that out, my friends. Hey, before we get going any further here, it is 5-year-old Toris' birthday, actually a couple days ago, and they celebrated it by going on the new Del Mar. Armin, her dad, Jesse, her mom, treated her to a day on the water, which Tori loves more than anything else. So, Tori, happy birthday. Hope you had a wonderful day. And 5 years old, man, you're getting up there. Let me tell you, what a great couple Armin and Jesse are. And Tori, happy birthday to you. All right, let's get into it. You know, several times during this past season, this 2023 season, we have seen some really great offshore fishing, and then all of a sudden we get to the full moon and the fish get into a funk. Is that what is happening right now? Well, the answer is going to come maybe today or the next day. I'm thinking Thursday. Sam says today, Sam De La Torre from Island Fishing Tackle, he says we're going to start to see evidence of the bite rebounding once again. Now, water temperatures are still really, really good. We have water temps in that 68 to 69 degree range offshore. That will keep our yellowfin and bluefin and everything else on the bite. So I don't think it's water temperature. There has been some windy weather here, but that's a thing of the past now. In fact, we're going to ride right into the weekend with some glorious weather. Maybe Saturday evening it's going to blow up a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be absolutely perfect, which helps in finding kelp patties and finding fish, and it just makes your overall adventure so much smoother. And have we seen evidence of fish? Yes, we still see evidence of fish. Some areas have dried up. That area around the 43 just seems to have dried up, but I saw that a month ago on the last full moon. And when it looked like there was nothing there, right after the full boom, just a few days after, it was back on the bite again. So we'll see what happens. Needless to say, yesterday was a very slow day for not only full day boats out of San Diego, guys that leave in the morning and come back that same afternoon, but even day and a half trips like that were pretty darn tough. And of course, our fingers are extra crossed because this Friday we are on board the Horizon. Come on out with us. We're banking on this bite rebounding. We're banking on being there in this gorgeous weather. It should be a really fun trip. That is Friday night on board the Horizon. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring the kitchen sink. We're not sure where we're going to fish, but we do know all our options are available in terms of weather. And that means Tanner, Cortez. That means going south down the Baja coast, 60, 80 miles, where there's been some good yellowfin tuna fishing. It means back to the 43. If that should rebound, just have an incredible amount of options. Thank God, because of this glorious weather that you can see right now. Man, the sun's coming up. It's warm. It's beautiful. It's just a special time to be on the water. These are the fall days that we all wait for, that we all can't wait to fish on. So hopefully things are going to come together. Excalibur with 19 guys, 93 Dorado, 4 bluefin, 55 yellowfin on a 3.5 day trip. New low and 25 guys had limits of yellowfin tuna, but they had a special charter with only 5 guys on board. They still ended up with 25 yellowfin tuna and 5 Dorado. So yeah, there is evidence of fish around, but there's a lot of very slow scores that have been coming in recent days. Now, when I say bring the kitchen sink, you want to have a fluorocarbon that will run the spectrum, run the gamut. And I'm talking, I'd even bring 20 pound, but 25 for sure, right on up to 60 pound. That should really help you a great deal. Choosing a good hot bait is so important. If you watched the live show last night, Sam went through exactly how to hook a bait, exactly how to choose a bait. You can belly hook those baits, which is super effective. Nose hook those baits, which is super effective. Back hook those baits, that also works. It just depends upon whatever bite you're in. So make sure you're bringing that. And then, you want to have 300 to 500 gram jigs. Not sure on our trip that we're going to fish at night. It all depends upon where we end up, where we go. We end up on Tanner Cortez, we may get a little bit of time, we may get no time. So I just want you to keep that in mind. If there's a bite really close to home, we may fish that second night for a few hours before coming back into San Diego. Just bring them to bring safe. No guarantees we're going to be fishing them. Hopefully we'll be limited out and have a bunch of fish on board. And once again, finding kelp patties, finding those white turnbirds that are picking, finding a jag of fish is facilitated by this glorious, beautiful weather that you see behind me. So hopefully it's going to get back on the bite. Very tough for now, but hopefully we'll see it rebound here today, tomorrow, or the next day, or for sure on Saturday. That's when I really want to see it rebound, because we got a great group of anglers coming out with us on board the Horizon. That's going to be a lot of fun. Again, book that trip, horizoncharters.com. Scan down to November 3rd Friedman Adventures trip and get on board that one. All right, let's talk about the islands where we haven't seen all that much going on. It's been pretty slow down there at the Coronado Islands. Not much yellowtail, a little bit of bass, mostly rockfish. Same thing at San Clemente Island, Catalina Island, picking away at a few of the bass and rockfish and stuff like that. I'll get into the lobster situation at Catalina Island. It's been phenomenal there, and I'm hoping that's going to continue. And then up there in the Channel Islands, spectacular rock fishing going on in that neck of the woods. It really has been fantastic for all the boats up there. Ventura Sport Fishing, we love those guys. They do such a great job, and you can really have some wonderful rock fishing up there with the boys from Ventura Sport Fishing. 805-676-3474. Join all my good friends up there at Ventura, where customer service is elevated to the very top, and the fishing is fantastic to boot. Our friend KJ from Mag 12 swim baits up there out of Urges and Morrow Bay on board the Fiesta. Actually, I'm a little confused. Is it the Rita G / Fiesta? Is it the Rita G? Is it the Fiesta? I probably should have looked into that before I started this. It's either the Rita G or the Fiesta or the Rita G Fiesta. In any case, they were on a 12-hour trip with KJ, and they had spectacular fishing. In fact, KJ said 12 hours. 12 hours was just way too many hours. We were limited out in the first few drops that we made, and man, did they have the big lings, and I love fishing ling cod. They are so much fun. I mean, they put up a real tussle. They are so great to eat, and they just have that prehistoric look to them, don't they? I mean, they are really, really special fish, and my hat's off to KJ and all the great folks that were out with him. KJ's biggest ling, 24 pounds. That's a beautiful fish. David Alvarez was on that trip. David, beautiful 28-pound ling cod. It can't get much better than that. So some spectacular fishing going on there. By the way, up there at Fort Bragg and north of there, we're continuing to see some big bluefin tuna lurking around that neck of the woods. Some albacore still up north of there. So we are seeing some spectacular offshore fishing at times. You know, the weather window is the most important thing up there during this time of the year. You start to get some nasty weather, you get some really nice weather. It's really contingent upon that to see whether or not you're going to do really, really well. By the way, Coral Sea up there out of Santa Barbara, limits on the bottom stuff. The Stardust had 16 ling cod up there in that neck of the woods. So we continue to see some really excellent bottom fishing up and down our coast right now. And, you know, as we take a look at some of these local guys, they're doing really well also. Boats out of San Diego and Oceanside and all the way up here in the LA Orange County area, Marina del Rey, Redondo, very good local rock fishing, sheepshead, whitefish. And also some of the guys have live squid like Redondo on a fairly regular basis. They've been picking away at some really nice bass, big calicos and sand bass, fishing a lead head 25-pound in those really bad neighborhoods, as I like to call them, rocky areas where you can get sawed off really easy. Man, I'll tell you, it's been pretty darn good on the local scene. And just a day on the water on a beautiful Halloween day like this, you can't beat it. Down there in San Diego, that local yellowtail bite, you may not get a lot of fish. Some days you do, actually, but they are big and they are tough. I'm talking yellowtail. I'm talking New Seaforth. Several private boaters have been in on this here recently. 7 yellowtail on the New Seaforth yesterday morning. Those are nice big fish. And you better be fishing 30, 40, even 60-pound dropper loop with a 4-ounce. Torpedo's been working really, really well. Scrambled egg jigs, some yo-yo ironfish, some surface ironfish. They're big and they're tough. They're 18 to 25, some bigger than that. Like fishing Guadalupe Island, man. You drop that dropper loop down, you feel that big thud on your bait. There's nothing more exciting and more fun than that. And there's been some kayakers who've been towed around down there by these big forkies. So that is an exceptionally really great bite, and hopefully it's going to continue. And as I say, we don't see big numbers, but we do see heavy casualties because these fish know exactly how to rock you. They are big. They are tough. Man, that is an exceptionally good and fun bite. John Ho, who's a Friedman Adventures family member, was down there on the Dolphin with a group of really great folks, as you can see, and they had excellent rock fishing. And I'm sure John has prepared or will be preparing a really great seafood feast here in the very near future. John, good morning to you. Hope you are doing well, my friend. All right, lobster fishing at Catalina has been spectacular. The gale force has been all over it. In fact, on their last 4 trips out of LA Harbor, the gale force has had 237 legal langostas. That is really some great lobster hoop netting. It's been spectacular. They've had 600 shorts, and they run those combo trips. Bob Gifford and Nick Acosta are both going to be on board that. Guys I went to grammar school and high school with, they're going to be on there tomorrow night, I think, and they're doing that combo trip where you catch some rockfish, maybe some bass and stuff during the daylight hours. I think you leave at noon and get over there and fish. You know, you're there at 3-ish, and you pick at that, and then the sun goes down, and then you hoop net, and man, that is a lot of fun. Gale Force has been doing great. Wish the best to both Nick and Bobby on that trip. That should be a lot of fun, no question about it. 10% off on your hoop nets at Big Fish Bait and Tackle or online, promarahi.com. Put in Friedman 10 at checkout. You'll get 10% off from our dear friends over there at Promar. Along the beach here, there's been some spectacular surf fishing, and look at that. Oh my God. It is so perfect for surf fishing. In this real short water here that you see, like inside where that wave is about to break, right in there now. You see, that's going to dredge up sand crabs and sandworms and mussels and clams. And those fish stage behind those waves, and then they move in to see what has been dredged up, and that's where you want to have your bait if you're Corbina fishing. You can make a longer cast with a 3/4 ounce chrome crocodile and have at the yellowfin croaker. They've been biting really, really well in several venues up and down the Southern California coast. There's still some halibut around town. You can come up with a halibut or two. Probably you want to go with a lucky crab, but I catch them all the time on that crocodile. That works really, really well. And there's been some spot fin croaker also along our beaches. Those fish bite almost all the time on bait. So you want to have worms or sand crabs, something like that. You can get all your bait right down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach. About a 10-minute walk from here for me. It's a great tackle store. They've not only got all your surf fishing gear and all your surf fishing bait, but they can take care of your big game fishing needs also with your bluefin tuna, tackle, and everything in between. Big Fish Bait and Tackle, the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. And they're situated really near some great surf fishing. In fact, if you drive south of there and go to where you see that big tower, Anderson Street, park across the street. There's free parking. Walk across, takes you a couple minutes, and go straight out there on the beach. And you can work north or south or east and west. And all through there, there's some really good surf fishing. I mean, how can you beat this? It is absolutely gorgeous. By the way, there's like 10,000 birds out there. Do you see that? There's all kinds of birds. And we had a naval ship, I think, go by while I was doing this. So that's always good to see the U.S. of A showing off a little bit in the background of the morning briefing. All right, my friends, once again, this Friday night, would love to see you on board with us on the horizon out of H&M Landing in San Diego. That's this Friday night. We're going to have gorgeous weather just like this, and those little fishies are going to turn on again. At least that's my hope. I'm hoping that's going to happen. Once again, you can book that trip at horizoncharters.com. Some important dates. November the 3rd is our trip on the horizon. December the 2nd, our Christmas party. We want you to attend that. It's going to be in Redondo Beach, California, and I know you'll really have a good time at that party. Just send me a text, and I'll get you all hooked up on the party. 657-227-6459. All right, my friends, wishing you a happy Halloween, a wonderful day with the kids and family. And as always, I hope to see you really, really soon.